So, of course, we're going to start in a couple of seconds with the presentation, by the way. If you have any question, you can ask me. We're going to watch some videos and we're going to try to do the most in a way that is very interactive, participative, and that's going to be basically what we're going to do today. Okay. Hello, David. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, teacher. I'm fine.
That's good. Can you listen to me?
Yes, can you listen to me?
Yes, I can do it. That's good. Okay. So, well, we're gonna start with a topic that is related to food. Okay. Yesterday we did something quite similar, but the idea is going to be to remember some vocabularies, a lot of things related to food. We're gonna watch some short videos also. Okay. And after that, you're gonna do your speech.
Okay. Okay, teacher.
Yes. Okay. Just a moment, please. Well, do you like milk? What do you say in order to start, David?
Milk? Uh, Milk? I don't know. I think I'm intolerant to milk. I think because
Okay.
I think I heard that 30% of people or 70% of people after the 20s start to be intolerant to milk. So I think it's common to be
Maybe,
intolerant.
but can you drink like skimmed milk? Like we say, it's very common in Spanish. There's lactosada, right?
Yes, I used
Skimmed milk.
to drink that, but no,
Okay.
not commonly.
Yeah, in my case, I love milk. I don't know why, but I love a lot. I used to drink a lot of milk when I was a kid because when I was a kid, I lived in a farm and they used to give me milk directly from cows. And I used
Oh,
to drink a lot of milk every morning with some sugar. And as a kid, I used to love milk. So far, I still love, but I don't know, when I was 20 to 25, I think I got many problems with milk. I was intolerant. But I don't know now. Again, I'm drinking again. I don't know. Maybe I had some stomach problems.
that's sad. But I would later like to eat milk. Sorry, to drink milk directly from cows. That's interesting. I heard that the milk is different. It's more has more grease and has foam. I think it's espuma.
Yeah,
Espuma.
yeah, yeah. Yes, it has foam. It's greasy. Used to, but it is very. The flavor is interesting because I used to drink still hot, and yeah, drink every
Yes,
single
and
morning
it's
because
has a high density. I think because
yeah,
it's not dissolved in water.
yeah. Of course. Even the flavor, the smell, it's very special. It's very different. I mean, yeah. But I used to love milk. I don't know, but as a kid for many years,
Uh,
for many years. But some people
I
say
used
that
to drink burro. I don't know how to say.
what milk?
Burro milk. I don't know how to
Oh,
say.
really? The donkey
Yeah,
milk?
the donkey milk. Yes,
That's
exactly. I
for
forgot.
healthy, right? For I think for lungs.
Yes, for lungs. My mother used to buy me some donkey milk, and yes, it has a special flavor, and it was good. I really like it. I really liked it to drink it. But it was there was a man. Comes from, I think, the farms away from the city. He came with their donkeys to the market. It was years ago, but now I cannot see any people with donkeys in the city. But it was very strange because it's rare to see a donkey in the middle of the city, and
Yeah,
I haven't seen that again.
interesting. Yeah, but the city is still growing, and that's why maybe it's not. Maybe donkeys are away from people or from the cities. Okay, we're gonna talk about especially milk and donuts. I don't know. Do you like donuts?
Yes, I really liked it. Yes.
Usually we say donuts, right? We do not. We usually we don't pronounce the letter T.
Yes,
It's like donuts.
donuts, donuts. Yes.
Donuts. Yes. Okay. And do you often have milk for breakfast? No, you said that you have some problems with milk, right?
Yes. Maybe I prefer to drink coffee or orange juice
Mm-hmm.
and some tea sometimes. Yes, usually that. Not milk, but because my stomach cannot support it or
Mm-hmm. Tolerate it.
tolerate it. Yes, sorry. Cannot tolerate it. But yes, I used to drink some juice and teas.
Okay. And well, there's a matching game. We can see different kind of milks, semi-skimmed milk, whole milk, like natural milk, right? But anyway, let's read these sentences.
Okay. Jessie had nothing but a glass of whole milk this morning. John usually drinks a bottle of semi-skimmed milk before he goes to bed. Vivian likes to eat a donut with a cup of coffee for breakfast. I love cakes from my mommy's little kitchen, especially those filled with yummy jelly. My mom made me a cake with a fruit topping on my birthday.
Yes, yummy jelly. Do you like jelly?
Uh,
Gelatin?
it's like gelatina.
Gelatina, yes.
Yes, I like it.
What about number two? What do you think is the answer?
Semi-milked milk.
Skimmed, right?
Sorry, semi-skimmed.
Yes. And how about the next one? Number three.
Whole milk.
Yes, whole milk. And the fourth one?
Donut.
Mm-hmm.
Donut.
Donuts, right? Okay. Yeah.
And five, topping. Fruit topping. Fruit topping.
Topping, right? Interesting word to say topping when we put something, over the cake or topping. Like the covering also we can say, right? Okay. Oh, come on, my computer. Anyway, but yeah, there are different kind of milks. I don't know, maybe in Cochabamba it's very common to see goat milk.
Goat. Yes, I used to drink that also.
Oh, great, interesting.
Goat
Goat milk,
Yes, goat milk.
goat cheese also. But
Yes.
have you heard about queso de chancho?
No, what? What? No, I didn't hear about it.
Yeah, but it's just a name. It's about a food in La Paz.
Okay. What kind of food is that? I didn't hear about. Never.
Yeah, queso de chancho, I think, is like some food, something like, I'm not very sure. I think, but I used to hear a lot all the time. I'm sorry. Yeah, but doesn't want to escape. I'm sorry. Okay. Now I'm gonna. Yes, queso de chancho is very common to hear here. To talk about that, maybe you can find in the internet. I used to hear a couple of times about queso de chancho. Let me. I'm curious about that right now because I used to hear about that.
Now I see. Yes, it's like enrollado,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Yes. Oh, I think I eat that before. Yes, in Cochabamba. Yes, I eat that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
Yes,
like cold cuts, right?
yes.
Como
Um,
carnes frías, something similar.
exactly, exactly. And it's delicious. It's very delicious. Oh no, I'm hungry now. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, but it's strange to call it, right? Queso de chancho is like, what
Yes, I
do you
didn't.
milk?
I used
Yeah,
to call it in enrollado, I think.
yeah, enrollado, right? But over
Yes.
here it's called queso de chancho or queso de
Yes, yes.
cerdo. Yeah, but you cannot milk, right?
Yeah, yes, it could be
The
very strange.
pigs. Yeah, it can be very weird. Okay. Um, well, I heard some crazy things also about milk. Uh, I think they replaced some cells to the cows in some country. human cells, and they can produce human milk. I don't know. I think it's in Europe, and because
producing
cows has human cells with the breast, and they produce.
in order to produce human milk.
Yes, from cows. That's strange, right?
Yes, very strange. No,
Yeah, but I hear that.
Maybe it's like making an hybrid between humans and cows to produce human milk. But I think even if it is strange, it's a good idea, I think, and it's good because a lot of babies suffer because they don't have a natural milk or human milk, and it's difficult for some people to find another mother that wants to share their milk to that baby. So it's a good idea, I think. It could be a good for a lot of people.
It's a really good idea, but I don't know if it's how healthy is that, how effective. But I think I don't know. It's genetically modified breasts. I think cow breasts. I was hearing about that. Science.
Yes. Maybe in the future it will be
Okay, now
better. I don't know.
Continue, please continue. Sorry.
Sorry, no, I was saying that maybe in the future it would be secure to eat that kind of milk, or we will see another hybrids or hybridations in order to get some things from animals and without causing bad effects to humans.
Yeah, I heard also in Australia there is a kind of ships, but it's a kind of hybrid because they have human cells and they are stronger, bigger, and smarter. The ships, but when they eat that meat, it's like eating part of human meat. I think.
How do they know
sounds
that
crazy?
it tastes like human meat?
It's I was reading, not reading. I listened. I watched one documentary. It was a long time ago, but they said they have some cells, human cells, in the ship. They wanted to make the ship bigger, stronger, and wiser or smarter.
That's I think that's not, it has no good effects. What good good thing can we get from that? I think it has no purpose, and other than maybe getting better meat from sheep.
Yeah, I think it's especially the purpose is meat, right? But I don't know if it's healthy. Who knows? It's weird, right?
Yes, maybe people do crazy things in order to get more money. I think.
For money.
I think that's for money. This one is for money.
Yes, of course. Who knows what will happen in the future? Okay, anyway, now we're gonna watch some interesting video about types of milk. What kind of milk? What is recommendable? Let's go with that. Let me share, please, my screen right now. It's a short video. I think you're gonna enjoy this video. Okay.
If you want milk, there are so many options. You can choose if it comes from a soybean, almond, coconut, rice, or even additional milk has options too. There's whole, skim, organic, and lactose-free. And we Americans drink a lot of it. Approximately 96 billion glasses of dairy milk a year.
We're drinking a lot of milk.
Yes, we
are. But with all the choices out there, you may wonder which one is right for you.
Start by checking the nutrition label to see what the milk contains. You may be surprised at how different the nutrition stacks up. Just because it looks healthy doesn't mean it is. Different types of milk and non-dairy milk have varying degrees of calories, fat, sugar, calcium, and protein. So then ask yourself, what are you trying to accomplish? If you want to slim down, you want to choose a milk with less sugar and lower calorie counts. Some people need more calcium, while others are interested in the amount of protein that they're adding to their diet.
You know, dairy milk is a significant source of protein and is often fortified with vitamins D, A, and B, which helps convert food into energy. And we have somebody joining us who says she's figured out how to make dairy milk even more nutritious. I'm talking about dairy farmer and Fairlife Milk co-founder Sue McCluskey. Welcome. So Sue, how did you do all this?
My husband Mike and I figured out a way to very simply filter milk, thereby giving you more nutrition with more calcium and 50% more protein.
Well, we really like that because calcium helps strengthen bones and teeth, while the protein is thought to help us feel full longer. That's important.
Yes.
That way we don't crave snacks in between meals, and it's good for the waistline.
You know, and some other benefits of protein include repairing and making of new cells in our bodies. So it's an important building block of skin, bones, muscles, and blood. And we've also found that protein can aid in growth and development during childhood years, adolescence, and pregnancy. What other benefits would you say your milk has?
Fairlife milk has 50% less sugar than regular milk. A lot of people don't understand that milk naturally has sugar in it, and that sugar is called lactose. We are able to filter out a lot of that lactose, convert the remaining, thereby making it also a lactose-free product.
Because lactose can cause digestive discomfort. Sue, what inspired you and your husband to do this?
My kids. I've always been very concerned about what I put on my table. I want my kids to eat wholesome, natural foods, not processed foods. My husband, Mike, is a dairy cow veterinarian. He gets this great quality milk from our very pampered cows. It was a combination of those two thoughts, those two worlds, that led us to create Fairlife.
Does it taste like traditional milk?
I think, and our fans tell us, that it tastes great. I would love your opinion.
It's really good.
Wow.
This is really good. So the cows are kind of like your family too. You've got a family, then you've got cows. I'm just imagining this really happy place.
We're just a big happy place.
Thank you. You try the chocolate.
Okay, I'm gonna use the straw since you used the glass.
Well, that's good too. They're both. Well, thank you, Sue. Really a great product. Tastes good and so good for you. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Well, that's TV show, right? Usually they must say, "Oh, what a delicious milk," or something like that. But what is your opinion about that? Or did you find out something interesting from that video, maybe?
Yes, maybe. I don't know how is the process of making milk, but it's interesting the way they conserve the calcium and they filter the lactose. I think lactose. And it's interesting. I would like to know what is the way to separate different components without losing something else. I think without losing the grease, the calcium, but separating something from a solvent, a solution. I think yes.
Yeah, of course. That's it depends, right? Well, now let's continue, please. Let's continue with the topic. And just let me share my screen. Yeah, there was a lady. She said that her husband is a veterinarian, and he usually takes home some milk in a very good quality and they enjoy a lot or something like that. Okay, but there's gonna be about a couple. They're at home talking about different kinds of milk and donuts. Let's do the conversation faster. Okay, honey, we are out of milk. Can you get some after work?
Sure. Should we get a whole milk as usual?
Well, maybe we should try semi-skimmed milk for a change.
Okay, it's okay with me as long as it's not skimmed milk.
I don't like skimmed milk either. It doesn't taste like milk at all. What does Daisy ask Nate to buy?
Uh, he asked him to buy milk after work
Why doesn't Daisy like skimmed milk?
because this doesn't like skimmed milk because it doesn't taste like a real milk.
Yes. Okay, let's continue.
Very true. By the way, I heard there's a new donut store opening on Maple Street. Do you want some?
That's so sweet of you. Can I have one filled with jelly and two covered with chocolate?
Sure. It says that the topping on the donuts tastes amazing. You will love it.
Do you know that I like to have donuts with milk?
Yes, I know that since the first day we met.
Which of the following should Nate buy?
The B, semi-skimmed milk,
Mhm.
and the I think C and D, because
Yes, right.
C is covered with chocolate and D is filled with jelly.
Yes. Okay. And let's continue now. What kind of milk do you like to drink?
I like to drink some milks. In fact, I like almond. I don't know how to say almond.
Maybe soy milk?
No, so soy milk is from soy, no? Okay, but I like it also. But I was search for the name. Uh, almond, I think. Almond milk and soy milk also.
Okay. Almond milk. What about the almond milk? I don't know.
Almond milk is like it has a soft flavor. It's like some water, but it's white, and it has a good flavor. I really like it. And it has no sugar, so it's like to drink a juice from something.
Okay.
It has no lactose, so it's good for me.
That's good. Very practical. By the way, what's the story about?
Okay, the story was about a couple, Daisy and Nate, and they are going to have breakfast, and they're talking about what kind of meal Nate would buy. So he said that they are agree that they want to buy semi-skimmed milk because the taste of the skimmed milk is not very good at all. And he will also buy donuts with fillet of jelly and with a covering of chocolate.
Okay. Yes. Now we're gonna continue with some, but also, how about your breakfast? Do you eat large breakfast, short one? What do you usually have for breakfast?
Usually, I prepare maybe bread with um,
Coffee?
something. Yes, bread with coffee, wet bread with the tea or with the juice, and with some meat inside of the bread, of some cheese or whatever I find on the kitchen. And maybe I also take a fruit to eat at the
That's
job.
good. Okay, we're gonna talk about breakfast. Maybe many people, because of the job, they don't eat quite well because right, because of the time, because of the circumstances, because they have to wake up very early. Who knows? But what do you have for breakfast today? Do you think it was large breakfast?
I
Large
think it was
breakfast?
a short one because I drink orange juice and bread with I don't know how to say mortadella. But
Okay, the cold cuts.
yes, a cold
Oh,
cut.
mortadella, I think it's cold cuts or mortadella. It's okay. Okay, good. Um, but what is the most common breakfast you have?
I think maybe the same, but changing the orange juice by banana juice with milk, or eating a meal from the dinner. So I eat the dinner from the last night, and that's a huge or a large breakfast, I think.
Oh, great. The idea is to do faster, right? To prepare fast.
Yes, to be fast.
Yep. Okay. And now read these sentences, please, and pay attention to the words in red.
Okay, I was woken up by the smell of bacon coming from the kitchen this morning. Joe got up at 7:30 this morning, ate a light breakfast, and hurried to school by bike. Having had a large breakfast, we are fully prepared for the journey. Shopping at the supermarket can take a lot of time. That's why I prefer shopping online. Raymond is full of passion and energy for his work. Okay, I
What
think
is number 2?
2 is light breakfast.
Okay. Large breakfast, not really. Only
Light, sorry.
light, yes. Light breakfast. And the next one?
Is bacon.
Yes, bacon.
The 4 is large breakfast. And energy.
Yes, right. Energy. good to have good energy because of a good breakfast, of course. And there's a conversation about Tina and Ella, colleagues on a business trip. We're at the restaurant at a hotel, talking about large breakfast and light breakfast. But before we're gonna watch a video that is, I think something very common in the US. Okay, but let's do it. This one.
Eu era muito
With its slick new redesign from the Alfa Romeo platform, the Chrysler 200 really is a piece of art, which makes me think of arts driving. Because once you've eaten there, you have an appreciation of the finer things in life.
Bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich?
Certainly the diner things in life.
Sorry, the best.
It's breakfast. Let's eat. So John, tell me about arts driving.
Art Levy was the original owner back in the 60s. My dad took over as a cook. 1998 is when we took over as owners of the business.
And you guys specialize in...
Fast, fresh, and delicious food.
That's a slogan. Tell me why you guys Chicago's best.
Our customers have been coming here for years. We know most of them by name.
When I pull up, my food's ready.
Skillet ready.
They know what I want.
They put the love into it.
I'll go a few miles out of the way to get here. It's warm, it's friendly.
Anything else for you, hon?
It's the neighborhood place. Chicago's best, baby.
The most important meal of the day to me is
Breakfast.
steak. No, steak. What is it about your steak and eggs that sets you apart from everyone else?
It's always served fresh and very tender.
Soft and tender and juicy.
And thanks to CMD on Facebook, I get to experience this knockout breakfast firsthand. John tells me that you are the reason that the steak tastes so good, why the customers keep flooding back. It's the way in which you trim and you season.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
I mean...
So you're just trimming off
Right.
as much excess fat as possible. You just do it by sight?
by side, you
Okay.
know, with my...
With the big knife.
Yeah.
That could be mistaken for Mick Jagger's tongue. All right! Enough playing around. It's time for me to show Steve what I'm made of. Under pressure, I feel like I'm doing it wrong, Steve.
No, you're doing it very good. You put your big finger...
Which one's my big finger?
I don't know.
I thought you were saying I have deformed hands. Once the fat's trimmed, then we tenderize. And season. Salt,
This is garlic.
pepper.
Salt.
This is salt. Here's my moment to shine.
And
Pepper. Oregano.
A little bit oregano.
My performance may have been disappointing, but not to worry. The real show's about to start. Hang on. Whoa. It's one of my favorite noises ever.
They have the best skirt steak.
Skirt steak and eggs.
It smells good.
Oh, dude, it smells good. It tastes good.
They're juicy, tender.
This is good eating
Oh my God, you wouldn't believe.
all day long.
So I'm getting tossed from one family member to the other. George gets to eat.
The best part.
Gooey, runny, drippy egg. That's just a cacophony of beautiful taste. There's not a tough piece in the house. When you think diners, you think steak and eggs. And this is up there with them.
We have the best skirt steak in town.
No one comes close.
Nobody.
It's good enough for me.
Sure.
Wow. So that looks very delicious, right?
Yes, I'm more hungry now. Okay. That's what's a
Tell
good
me.
video. I felt like I think it was a family that had his business of breakfast. Sorry. And people are very connected to that place because it's like a traditional place for the neighborhood, and everyone knows each other, and it's like a big family when everyone goes for a tradition to eat, and they really enjoy the meat, and the owners of the place they really love the job they are doing. I really like that video.
Yeah, it is. It is, and it's also especially the juicy meat, right? The
Yes,
grilled meat.
I need a meat now.
It's the softest part of the cow, right? Of the cow's meat. I don't know what's its name in Spanish, but they put it's very soft. The best quality, I think, the best part of the cow's meat.
It's not the lomo.
Yeah, I think it's lomo, right? It's very soft and delicious, easy to chew.
Yes, it's very juicy.
Okay, just a moment, please. Well, we're gonna go to the conversation site. Okay, there's a conversation among a couple. So let me share, please. Okay, wow, the food here looks good.
Yes, there are so many choices: bacon, sausage, hams, donuts, cakes, toast, salad.
It is much better than the breakfast I usually have.
What do you usually have for breakfast?
I usually have cereal with milk for breakfast.
That's really a light breakfast. You should eat more kinds of food for breakfast. It is the most important meal of the day.
Okay, what about the names of the following food for breakfast?
I think cereal,
Yes,
bacon.
bacon,
I don't know how to say salchichas. No. Hot dog.
sausages.
Sausages. Yes, sorry. And donuts.
Yes, donuts. Sausages over here is very popular to eat sausages in June in San
Mm.
Juan.
Oh, yes. Here is usually too. And yes, there is a tradition. And I think Sofia makes a lot of money in that day. And
Stage
yes.
and Sofia, right?
Mm.
Stegi, yes. Fritos. Over here is very popular. Salchichas torito.
Salchichas. What salchichas? Porito?
Torito, the bull.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Oh, really? In La Paz is very popular. Salchichas torito and stegi.
Mm. I didn't hear that brands before. Maybe they are good, but the only one I know is Sofia, and there are other ones, but I don't remember the names. But it was San something, and Don Antonio or Don something. There are a lot of things, a lot of names.
Maybe it's a something locally. Then I think Torito, I thought it was everywhere, but I don't think so. But Sofia is everywhere, right?
Yes, Sophia is. I think this is the biggest.
Yeah, brand. But over here, people prefer Torito than Sofia. They said it's better.
I should buy some of them when I travel to La Paz. I think.
Yeah, Torito, really good. It's a different taste. I think Sofia is more like industrial food, but the other is more something. The taste is like local or something. That's why maybe it's popular.
Sorry, teacher, I
Okay.
cannot hear you very well.
Yes.
It's like cut it. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I can feel that. I don't know if it's my internet or something must be going on. Let me check out. Maybe something is open and I should close. Okay. Because when there is a lot of programs open, that used to cause some shortcuts. But I hope it's not the case today. I don't think so. Maybe something is uploading my cell phones or I don't know, my computer probably. I hope not. Okay, but I'm gonna try to close some of them just in case to improve the connection. The speed of internet, I think, is very slow, right?
Yes, it's a little slow. Yes.
Yeah, maybe it's because of the time. Who knows? I don't know. Or maybe it's something else. Just give me a second, please. I think maybe the battery of my computer is so low. It can be something related to that.
Yes, it can. It can be.
Okay, just give me a second, please. Okay, I hope it will improve. So, yeah, maybe it can be because the connection must be okay. Maybe the battery is not too strong, and that can lead to those kind of failures. Sorry. And let's continue, please.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, let's continue with the conversation. I know this must continue. I think we did this one, right? Okay, yes, you're right. What do you usually have for breakfast?
I
What do you
prepare.
usually have for breakfast?
Yes, I prepare breakfast myself. I usually have baked beans, bacon, sausages, boiled eggs, grilled tomatoes, along with coffee.
Preparing such a large breakfast must take a lot of time.
Not really. 15 minutes is usually enough.
I might have a try. After all, getting up 15 minutes earlier may not be that difficult.
No, it won't be. You will feel full of energy after having a large breakfast.
What does Ella usually have for breakfast?
Ella usually has a large breakfast. She eats baked beans, bacon, sausages, boiled eggs, grilled tomatoes, and coffee.
Why does Ella think breakfast is the most important meal of the day?
Because she thinks that it gives us energy for a large day.
Yes. Mm, do you have breakfast every day?
Yes, as I said before, I also think that is the most important meal of the day.
Mm, yeah. It's everyone, many people say that.
Yes.
Okay. What is the story about of this short lesson?
Okay. The story starts with two friends, and they are in a restaurant where there's a lot of food for breakfast, and and Tina said that she usually just eat a cereal with milk and nothing else. And Ella say that the breakfast is the most important meal in the day. So she always prepare a large breakfast every day, and she advises Tina to do the same.
Okay. Okay. Now let's continue with the next one. What is, yes, we're still doing this class. We're gonna talk about food, about some breakfast, about some different kind of meals. Okay. We started with milk, then we talk about breakfast. And what is next after breakfast?
I think next is
Snacks
the
for
lunch.
many
I think.
people. Yeah, but not usually. Here is very popular to eat salteñas or tucumanas. How
Yes, at
about
the
there?
middle morning.
Yes. We say those things sometimes brunch, right? Or it has some other names.
Sorry, teacher, I couldn't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Some of them are, I said, that are, okay, many people call this like a brunch or a snack, right? In
Okay.
Spanish, we call here Sahara Hora.
Sahara.
Yes. Have you heard about Sahara? It's like the devil, right? El
I hear that
Diablo.
media mañana, maybe,
Yes,
or
but we
merienda.
say Sahara Hora. Yeah,
Sahara.
merienda. But over here we say Sahara Hora. It's interesting because that comes from Aymara. Sahara means the devil, El Diablo. But it's like not a common time to eat. It's like yeah, no, it's not lunch, it's not breakfast. So in English, usually we say a snack or brunch, right? Brunch is two words mixed, breakfast and lunch. Usually it sounds like brunch.
Brunch.
Yes, brunch. This one, brunch. That comes from breakfast and lunch. Like this one. Have you crank?
No, I don't know what is that. Crank.
Crank comes from, that's very common in English also, especially in American English. That comes from drunk and crazy. I think crazy and drunk, the opposite.
Ah, yeah. Drunk and crazy.
Crazy and drunk. You used to be crank?
No, I never get
Not
crank.
yet.
But I see some friends being crank. It was funny.
They are very talkative, very brave, courageous, right? Sometimes people protesting, they want to fight or they want to cry or sing.
They do crazy things like singing in the street or start dancing in the middle of the avenue or in the middle of the square. And they
Yeah,
do
yeah.
exercise, and I joined them doing exercise with my crank friends. That's
Oh,
funny.
yeah, it's interesting. And if when you are not drunk, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I now everything. I think we are in the eye of the storm all the time because now everyone is like a camera person, and everything is in many things are in videos and photos.
Yeah.
And yeah, I saw some of the videos because I went to some parties, and it's embarrassing because once I saw my own video when I was drunk. So I don't know. I really don't like that.
Yes, it's very dangerous to be crank nowadays because there's no privacy. You can find yourself on internet or someone else on internet,
Yeah,
and it's
uh,
dangerous.
yeah. I found it in Facebook, dancing, and somebody said, "Cheers, okay, cheers." And I was not very straight. I was like a little bit tired or not very stable. No, yeah, I was really embarrassed, and I said, "Please don't. You must delete that, disappear that video. I don't want to see it. It's embarrassing. It's not nice." Yeah, but I think they delete, but they erased the video. But that's okay. But nowadays everything's like that. You can appear in places that you never thought, right? Because everyone has, I don't know, cameras, cell phones, of course. Anyone can film or make a video. Okay, but anyway, let's talking about another topic. Oh, this one. When when do you usually have breakfast at weekends, and what do you eat?
When at weekends, maybe at weekends I eat a large breakfast because at weekends my mother is at home, so we prepare a large breakfast for her. So maybe I eat like a complete food, complete meal with meat and rice and or a soup, or maybe we cook some, I don't know how to say this one, tacos or uh, I don't know what is the name of these ones, like
Pintas,
no,
burritos,
like no, it's like panqueques, but
ñape? No, I don't think so.
like panqueques, something like that. I forgot the name, but it's an American meal, I think, or American breakfast. My
Oh,
mother likes it.
Interesting. Okay, and let's read the sentences, please.
Billy restaurant is open for dinner Monday through Saturday and offers Sunday brunch. Linda usually sleeps in on Sunday mornings. Waffles it was the name. Yes, are often eaten with cream or fruit on top. You can do things for your health in many ways, like diet, exercise, good lifestyle, not smoking, and so on. Mary has been learning to play the piano since she was 5. No wonder she can play it so well. Okay, 2 is waffles. That was the breakfast my mother likes.
Yes.
So, 3 is
That's
waffles.
yes, waffles, right?
Waffles. Yes. 3 is sleeps in.
Yes.
4 is brunch. And what? Maybe and so on is the 5.
Yeah, right. And the like. So on. Very good. Okay. And well, there's a conversation about Millie. It's talking about the restaurants. Let's do the conversation, please. The food at the restaurant is so good. Do you come here quite a lot?
Yes, I come here quite a lot, especially on weekends for brunch.
What is brunch? Don't tell me that the word really exists.
Well, it does. Brunch is made from 2 words, breakfast and lunch. The meaning of the word is self-evident.
Always having brunch suggests that you usually get up late on weekends. Always
Yes,
having brunch suggests that you usually get up.
yes, I'm not a morning person. I usually sleep in on my days off.
Do you sleep in your days off, or don't? Do you have days off, David?
Yes, Sundays. And no, I don't sleep in because I think maybe it's a whole day you can enjoy, so it's better to prolong that day. So it's a good idea to wake up early,
Yeah,
get more hours.
that's interesting. You remind me something. Okay, there is one place called Ushuaia. I think it's like Ushuaia is in. I'm not sure how to write, but it's in Argentina. They can have 19 hours day, 19 hours of sun.
So,
What do you think about that?
that's
Usually
a lot of hours.
the sets at 3 a.m. in the morning.
It gets dark at 3 a.m.
No, it is that's the last hour of the sun, and the sun starts at 6 a.m. in the morning, and like 4 hours at night and 19 hours, I think, the day.
Wow. I think they cannot sleep very well with all that sun all the night. Could be
Yeah,
difficult. Maybe it's because they are in the south hemisphere. So the earth is I don't know, is inclinated. It has an angle, different angle, and maybe because of that, those people has more hours of sun.
Yes, definitely. That is in Argentina, South America. I think the sun goes like this, right? The shadow of the sun. But usually they still have that rotates, and the days are prolongated because the sun still shines over there,
Yes.
over the
Yes.
globe on the north south pole. But they have very few, very short hours over here, from here to here, like 4 hours of light and 19 hours of sun. It must be crazy, right?
Mm. It's like 19 hours of sun or dark,
Of sun.
and 4 hours of dark.
Yes.
I I was confused. Yes, maybe I heard that not from Argentina, but from Alaska. I think they have
Yes.
the same problem.
The North Pole.
Yes, the North Pole.
Argentina, I think, is the South Pole, right?
Yes, but they have similar problems with more hours of light and just few hours of dark. Even there is a city where
Yeah, I don't know if that there is the opposite. I think there is 4 hours of sun and 19 hours of dark.
yes,
I don't
maybe
know.
it could be.
Yeah, right. In the Antarctica or something like that. Yeah, we can check out that, but yeah, I hear that was really interesting because usually people go there to go for vacations and to enjoy that 19 hours of day. But that can be, I don't know, we don't have that right here.
Yes, we don't have that because we are in the middle, maybe near the middle of the earth, so it's difficult for us.
Yes, we are the heart of in the heart of South America, like
Yes,
Cochabamba, in the heart of Bolivia.
yes.
Okay. Anyway, do you eat anything else at midday?
Hardly ever. Normally, I'm already full from my brunch.
I see. You must always have a heavy meal for brunch.
Yes, I often have bacon, sausages, French toast, waffles, orange juice, and so on.
Wow, that's a lot of food. No wonder that can work both as breakfast and lunch.
Okay.
What
The
about
name.
this one?
Sorry?
Orange juice?
Yes, orange juice. And waffles.
This one?
Waffles.
Mm-hmm. And this one?
And the French toast or toast.
Yes. Toast with cheese?
Yes, with cheese.
Yeah, definitely the internet is not really good today. I don't understand why. I supposed to have a good speed of internet, but it's failing.
Yes.
Maybe next of my room, my nephews are downloading something. Who knows? knows?
Yes, probably. My family had the same problem when I am downloading something. They say why is the internet so slow? Yeah, I am like I get to hide that I'm downloading something.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's my internet because in my internet says connection inestable or something like that.
Yes, yes, I see that the internet connection is slow.
Mhm.
Don't worry, teacher. Is I can hear you very well. Just
Okay,
the
thank.
image is maybe cut it.
Yeah, sometimes. What is the story about?
The story is about Lee, May, and Jenny, and uh, they are at the restaurant, and Jenny says that she eats brunch, and and Lee May or her friend said, "What is that?" She don't know about the meaning of brunch, and she explained that brunch is a combination of two words that are lunch and breakfast. And she said that as she always wake up late on weekends, she always replace the breakfast and lunch for a brunch.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes. Now, I don't know if you are you ready, by the way, David, to do your oral presentation?
Mm, I must be ready. But yes, I have my slide here to to show to share.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you can start just in case. If you finish before, it's okay. We can continue with something that is still I have prepared for today.
I have my presentation is. I think I can start if you want.
Mhm. Yes. Can you do it?
Okay, I'll start. Okay, I will. I don't know if you can see my screen. Oh, I have a problem. My computer is freeze.
Don't
I,
worry.
I know why. Sorry.
Okay, just take your time. Don't worry.
I think there's a problem. My computer is getting crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's okay. I think.
Okay. I don't know if you can see my screen now.
Yes, plastic injection molding.
Yes. Sorry. Okay. I think there's a book with when you put something in the screen. Okay. I will start. Okay. I choose my topic for today, and it's the topic I know since I've been working in a company of plastic injection molding, and that's the topic I'm gonna talk about today. Okay, I'm gonna start. Uh, okay, in this slides, I will show how is about the process of the injection molding and which components do we use and how is in the entire process working until we have a product in a package ready to ship. Okay, what is the process of the injection plastic molding? The injection molding is a forming process using molds, materials such as synthetic resins, plastics, are heated and melted and then they are sent to the mold, where they are cooled, and they form the shape of the product. Okay, in this slide, we can see the process of the injection molding. It's a resume of how it works. We use machines that are molding injection machines, and I will show you after how do they work. Okay, and okay, next. Principally, to understand how the machine works, I want to show you how they are classified. Okay, the injection molding machines comes from 3 types, and these 3 types are classified because of their clamping unit technology. The clamping unit is the part of the machine where we put our mold, and it's clamped and is pressed face to face in order to inject the plastic inside of it. We got three types of machines. The first type and the older one is the full hydraulic machine. These machines, as the name says, is hydraulic, and they are very cheap to buy. There are many independent persons that buys hydraulic machines, and they have their own companies. The disadvantage of these machines that as they are old, they are too slow, because maybe you hear that how the hydraulic system works. They require a pump, and the pump has a limit of fluid that can be sent to the circuit. So as it is a large circuit, we cannot send a lot of fluid with a great pressure. So it's a slow process to make an object with plastic. So there is a concept we call a cycle. The cycle is the time we need to get a piece and until the next piece. So maybe we can say that in a medium product needs 30 seconds in a full hydraulic machine. To maybe we say 30 seconds of cycle. Okay, there is another machine. The second one is the full electric machine. It's the most expensive of the 3, and it doesn't need a hydraulic oil. It's full electric. It uses motors and servo motors and PLCs. It's modern, and as it's modern, it's very expensive. So just few enterprises can afford it. Its advantages are that they are fast, and they don't waste a lot of money to produce the product. They don't need a lot of energy, and they are efficient. So in these full electric machines, we can get a cycle time of 15 seconds in a night. But the tier 1 is hybrid machine. The hybrid machine combines the 2 technologies in one. We combine the clamping unit is electric, and the injection unit that push the plastic inside of the mold is hydraulic. So it's a combination of the 2. So it's not as expensive as full electric machines, and not as slow as full hydraulic machines. But there is another technology that helps to helps the hybrid machines not to be too slow. There are some objects that we call accumulators. Accumulators are cylinders filled with nitrogen. So the nitrogen is inside of these accumulators. These are cylinders, and they have a high pressure inside of it. And they are filled with oil, the hydraulic oil. And when it's the time to use hydraulic systems, a valve is opened, and then all the fluid is pushed inside of the circuit. So our movements are not too slow as full hydraulic machines. They're faster. So we have a cheap and fast machine. And this is this exactly model is that we have in our enterprise. Okay. I will explain what are which are the parts of a machine. So we have several parts in a machine. It's a complex machine, but there are some principal parts that I will explain. Starting with the mold. Okay, we have, I will activate my laser. Okay, we have a mold, and it has two patterns, the fixed and the moving pattern. And the two parts of the mold are in the middle of them. This moving pattern it can be moved, as the name says, in order to open the mold. Okay, and we have a clamping cylinder that helps us to close and to open the mold. We have also something that we call barrel. The barrel has a screw inside of it. And this screw pushes the plastic inside of the mold. The plastic comes to a hopper. The hopper receives the plastic and help us to feed the machine. And there is also another cylinder in the back of the machine that help us to push with a high speed all the plastic that is melted inside of the cylinder into the mold. There are also some heater bands. These heater bands we see, they are resistance that hits the plastic. They help the screw to hit the plastic in order to inject with a high temperature into the mold. Okay. So as we see the machine, we're gonna look at the process. Okay, we're gonna start with the material we use. Okay, we have principally we have three materials. There are lots of materials, but the principal we use to make plastic objects are three. There are homopolymer, copolymer, and random. Obviously, they have different applications for each material. So if we use homopolymer, we use it to build some things that are strong. They are very strong, but they have the disadvantage that they can be cracked easily. So they are hard, but they can be cracked. We use it for making maybe dishes or some bottles or some I don't know how to say cubiertos. but objects to eat, maybe. Yes, exactly. There is another one. The second one is the copolymer. Copolymer is the opposite of the homopolymer. It's more like it's flexible, so it has a high tenacity. We can maybe to punch the copolymer objects, and they have no damage. And they are used to build some things that maybe like bottles or some things like maybe tappers for food, maybe. And they are used also for building, for making bowls or dishes for soap. And they are a good material. It's very cheap. The third one is the random. Random is the most expensive material of the three. Random is used to make translucent and transparent objects. If we want to make an object that we can see inside of it, what is inside of the object, we use random. Okay, next, where do we put our raw materials? We use something called silos or bunkers, some people say, where we put all our material. They are in the form of pellets, as we see in this image. These are the pellets. So they are put inside of the silos, and they are distributed to every machine by a manifold. We use this component that is called manifold. It helps us to distribute the machine, the raw material, the pellets, to every machine. In order to drag the pellets, we use a vacuum pump. Most of the plants have 2 vacuum pumps. Maybe for having a backup, we use two vacuum pumps in order to drag all the material inside of the machine. I will show you after how this process works. Okay. In order to charge these materials to the hoppers, we use a hopper charger. This hopper charger is connected to a software and a hardware with pneumatic pistons. It's a large combination of pneumatic pistons that help us to charge a specific machine with a specific raw material. So in the software, we configure we want random in the machine number 2. So there's a combination of pistons that close and open some circuits, and the vacuum push the raw material, the pellets, inside of this charger. In this charger, has sensors that indicates when the hopper is filled at the top. In that way, we don't have a machine stop because of few material, or with no material inside of it. Okay. Then the next process, once we have our hopper with material, this material falls inside of the screw. As we can see in this image, this is the screw as we see in this photograph, in this image. These are the calefaction, hot bands. They are resistance. Okay, they put heat inside of the barrel, and the material falls inside of the screw. The screw rotates, and all the material is pushed on the front of the barrel. And this is there is a interesting thing about it. The plastic is not melted by the heaters. They are melted because of the screw rotation. The friction generated inside of the barrel is the force that melts the plastic. So as it rotates with a high speed and a high pressure, that pressure and speed makes the plastic to be melted. So the heater bands makes the 25% of the effort for melting the plastic. So that part is interesting. I didn't know, and I find out that effect inside of the barrel. Okay. Once we have the plastic melted, we have our cylinder that pushes all the plastic inside of our mold. And we need, once the plastic is inside of the mold, we need to cool it. We cannot just open the mold with the plastic, with a hot plastic. We need to make a cooling process inside of the mold in order to get a rigid product. Okay, for that purpose, we use these these pipes. These pipes have water, cold water inside of them. So there, inside of every mold, there's a circuit that refrigerates the mold and the part we are injecting inside of it. And it has entries, and it has in and outputs. And these manifolds of water are connected to a refrigeration system. And I will explain you how it works. For our cooling system, we use a device. It's called chiller. It's like a huge refrigerator. Some plants has a huge chiller in order to transport the cold water to all the machines. But some other plants has these little chillers, has the same purpose, but they are cheap. They are cheap to buy and easy to use. When you have a few machines or not bigger machines, you can use these little chillers. Okay. And these devices are the ones that brings all the cold water for the entire plant. Okay, once you have your pieces full, you can now you can eject the piece. Okay, your product. And for that purpose, you have three options. You can use a central ejector, which is behind the movable plattern. It's a piston, an hydraulic piston, or it can be also an electric piston in full electric machines, which has cylinders that pushes in, the plastic object out of the mold. Okay, we can also have other hydraulic pistons called noyos that are part of the mold. So they are activated with some pipes which goes to the machine. We have also another option. We can use air valves. These air valves push air with high pressure inside of our product, and they are I don't know how to say, ejected away from the mold because of the pressure of the air. Okay, and this when this is not enough to push or to eject our piece away from the mold, we have a last option. Sorry. I will explain now how this, as we said, we need air to push our pieces away. So where does this air comes from with that high pressure we said? We have an air compressor and a central air compressor, and that air that generates this compressor goes to a tank lung. We call it lungs, and these lungs accumulates the air with a high pressure, and this air is delivered to the pipelines, which goes to the machine. So every machine is connected in a way to our compressor in our tank lung. Okay, but what if we cannot eject our pieces? Then we use an ejection with the robot. The robot, we have a lot of robots, and they have several working systems, but the most common is this one. We have a robot which has 3 axes, X, Y, and Z. And it has 2 other axes. They can rotate and into other axes. They are axis C and axis A. Okay, and they need to be programmed in order to have the coordinates and the velocities and the coordination with the machines, because it's very dangerous to use a robot. You have to program it in order to not collide with our machine. So you have to be very careful in that the synchronization with the movements of the machines and the permissions and the delays and all this stuff. And you have to be a good programmer in order to have a high precision. Okay. These machines have these, I forget names. There are some objects that sucks the pieces. So these objects suck the piece, and in that way, as you couldn't eject the piece with air, nor with a central ejector, not with hydraulic pistons, you can suck the piece from the mold. Okay, once you suck that piece, well, sorry, I will show you a video about how this process with the robot works. And it's very interesting because this is a video where you have a high speed of a robot. This is for an enterprise, Sumitomo. Okay, this is the model of robot. These are the refrigeration pipelines. And as you can see, we can make a stack of our pieces. They can be put inside of, on the top of a conveyor. Okay. So that's the process of the robot. And after that, if you have to make a labeling of your product, you use a labeler. A labeler works with the robot also. It's like a peripheral of the robot. It also, the conveyor is another peripheral of the robot. You can activate both of them from the software of the robot, and you can make movements of this labeler, and this labeler works with these stepper motors that have a high precision, okay, and has sensors that detects every level where it begins and where it ends, and you have to configure the height and the length of every level. In that way, you will be able to make a good labeling of your product. And as you are using stepper motors, you will have a high precision in doing that. Okay, once you have your product labeled, stacked, you can put it inside of, on your conveyor, and it is ready to go, to deliver to our customers, to deliver our clients in supermarket, markets, and every place on the country. Okay, and that's all, teacher.
Wow, that's amazing. I never saw kind of something like this. Yeah, I was studying a long time ago because I made a piston made of aluminum, but I was studying, but a bit not. I have never seen something like this. But thank you for your sharing. It's, I think, really interesting, and it's wow. I didn't know that was 3 types of machine. I knew that it was something hydraulic, but I never heard about the electric and the hybrid. That's interesting, and even the robots.
Yes, that's why I like it.
Yeah, it is. It's very interesting. I think because I'm related not exactly to plastic, but also to material science. And
yes,
it's
to melting. Yes.
yeah, it is interesting to see that. And do you use some of those machines? Yes, right, in your job?
Yes, I use all of them, all of the machines.
Wow. And how about the plastic, the raw material? Do you buy from China?
We buy
You said from Brazil, right?
Yes, we buy from Brazil and from Peru. Yes.
Ah, okay. Yeah, and what do you think? I had a question. I think somebody told me that the covers of the PET bottles are very valuable. Do you think it can be used as a raw material, the covers, las tapas de las botellas?
Yes, in fact, they're not very valuable, but they have a specific material. I forgot the name, but I think it's one of these three materials. It's a copolymer, or it can be a random material. Sometimes we use random because it has high tenacity also, and has resistance for bottles. Yes, but it's not very valuable. Just we can I don't know how to say smash. I don't know. Could moler. I don't know how to say. we cut the plastic and we can reuse it to inject other plastic. So maybe is usually by that, but we cannot use it. I grind. Okay, yes, we can grind the tapes of the bottles, and yes, we can make a recyclation or yes, reuse,
Recycle, yes.
recycle. Yes, we can recycle that. Mm,
Yeah, but
yes.
some people used to collect that and sell it. They said it's more expensive than the PET bottle.
Yes, because the pet is cheap. It's very cheap. But we also sell our materials when we injected high production, and we cannot reuse that. We cannot. What was the word? Green that. We sell, and other people that has great machines to grind it, they use it to recycle that.
Yeah, that's why they used to collect a lot of them.
Yes, I saw some campaigns of recollection of bottle tapes for helping children, maybe.
Yeah, sometimes they used to say, I remember some of my teachers, you have to fill a bottle of 2 liters with cover if you want to succeed, if you want to pass the level.
Ah, yes, I saw something like that in my college. We make some products with bottle tapes.
Yeah. Okay, David, that was interesting. Very nice. Thanks for sharing again. And I want to say something. This month is, I think, on Monday is holiday, right?
Yes.
But I think this level will be until the next week. Let me see. Until Tuesday.
Thursday. Okay.
Until Monday is holiday, and Tuesday I think is the last one, I guess. So, but this is gonna be considered as your final speech, I think. But we're gonna see. Yeah, that's gonna be this. This is gonna be because this level is especially for speaking, and that's why the only thing we did was speaking and speaking. Um, but okay, maybe this is gonna be on Tuesday. I think there's no class. There's gonna be just a speaking session, and with that, probably we're gonna finish everything. Well, but I think I have to make available, right? The lessons. I'm gonna upload everything just in case, and also, yeah, that's gonna be it for now. Probably, yeah, that's gonna be the last level, right? This is gonna be the last level in this program for you.
Yes, I think after that comes the TOEFL classes, TOEFL preparation
TOEFL?
class. Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bit different. Yeah, David, I'm gonna make check your presentations and everything, and I'm gonna prepare the scores in your case. I'm gonna send it, but I think that's gonna be on Tuesday after the holiday.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, let me please share this just in case. So in this case, we're gonna see each other on Tuesday, right?
Thursday. Yes, I think there will not be classes on Wednesday, teacher.
No, Wednesday, not anymore. I think that's gonna be a bit. That's yeah, because this level will finish on Tuesday.
Oh, okay, teacher.
Because we started on Monday 4th, until Monday 3rd of May.
Yes, I think. Yes. Okay. Okay, it's okay.
Yes, David, and it was. I think we're gonna get together on Tuesday.
Okay, teacher. And so have a good night. See you on Thursday.
See you. Bye, bye, bye. See you. Yes, see you on Tuesday.
Okay. Good night, teacher.
Good night. Bye, bye.